So where do I go to get my subcontractors to do the work in my cleaning company? Before we get into that, I just want to point this out. Like, there's a difference between contractors and subcontractors, and sometimes people, they twist the words around. I just want to make sure that this is clear before we even move forward. So, let's say, for example, I'm gonna go and I do a walkthrough with, let's say it's a preschool, right? So the preschool is the prospect. I go, I do the walkthrough, everything looks good. I submit the proposal. They like the proposal. They're ready to move forward and sign the contract. At the point in time that we sign contracts, that company, right, and my company, we come together, we sign the contracts. We're now under a legal binding document. I'm now that company's contractor. So what are the things that company's going to need? They're going to need from me as the contractor. They're going to need to make sure that I'm in business, and I'm a legal business, that I'm able to do business with them, right? So some of the things that they're going to need, they may want to ask to see my business license. They may ask to see business insurance. They may want to see a bond. They're definitely going to need a W-9. But these are some of the things that they're going to need in order for us to be, in order for us to have this relationship solid. So there's the preschool, there's my company, we're in contract together. That now makes me their contractor. Okay, so I am the contractor of the preschool. Well, unless there's something in that contract that says I'm not allowed to go out and find another company to come do the work, then subcontracting is completely fine. So what the subcontract is this, right? So again, there's the preschool, and then there's me. We have our contract. I then take the things that are in that contract, which would be the work, and I look for another company who will step in and will actually do the work. Once I find a company who will step in and do the work under, whether it's a fixed dollar amount or whether it's a percentage, whatever it is, once I find someone who's willing to do that and they're qualified and they've after I've done all of my due diligence, I know that they'll be a good fit to go ahead and take over this account for us. Once we sign agreements and once I get all the things from them that I need, right, which is the same documents that the preschool needed from me, once I have all of those things, now they are a subcontractor of me. So the contract is here, the subcontract is right beneath that. I have a contract with the preschool, and I also have a contract with another cleaning company, and that contract is the subcontract. Means they're the subcontractor, right? They're not. They don't have a relationship with the client. Their relationship is with me, and my relationship is with the client. So once they have those things, once we agree to, whatever terms we agree to, they step in and they start to do the work. I just have to make sure that the accounts are being serviced the way that I said that they would be serviced, and that all the boxes are checked off every time they go in and clean. That's pretty much what my role as a contractor is for the subcontractor. Customer relations, making sure everything is good, collecting payments, so on and so forth, right? Now, there's a difference between having an employee and having a subcontractor. Having an employee makes me responsible for making sure that they have all the cleaning rags, making sure that they have, all the cleaning solution, making sure that they have all the things they need, mops, mop buckets, so on and so forth, uniforms, the whole 9 yards, everything that it requires to go in and clean an account. As an owner, it's my responsibility to make sure that my staff have all of the things, they have all of the tools to get the job done. When it comes to subcontractors, they can't use my equipment. They can't wear my, my branding or my uniforms. They're not my employee. They're responsible to bring in their own mops. They're responsible to get their own towels, washed, cleaned, delivered. They're responsible to bring in their own solutions. They're responsible for their staff. Their staff should never, ever call the contractor. So the subcontractor staff never should be in contact with the contractor. That's their staff that they hired. They did their own due diligence. My only position or my role is between owners, right? I'm talking with the owner of the company, and I'm making sure that the preschool or the client is satisfied. how do I find my subcontractors? Finding subcontractors, it's the same as finding employees. You can always find someone who's willing to work. But I'll tell you where I find them. But the gold isn't really in finding them. The gold is in doing your due diligence to make sure that you're getting the quality person in there that's going to represent your company and keep you guys in a good light, so that you can maintain the relationship that you currently have with whatever customer that the subcontractor is going to go clean for. So, but where I find them on Indeed. I find subcontractors on Facebook, and I don't go any further than that. Now, I do have my own set of, my own things that I'll do as far as, my due diligence, making sure that they're all good fits and making sure that they'll fit within the culture of our company, and, making sure that they're going to be a good representation. I do have my own due diligence, but that's where I go to go find them. Okay. There's other places that you can go to go find subcontractors, and you can be successful. You can go on LinkedIn. You can look on, Indeed. You can look on ZipRecruiter. There's so many different places where you can go. But what I found, what works for me, are the two that I just enlisted out. So I think really the main thing that you have to consider before you decide if you're going to go with subcontractors or with W-4 employees is really sitting down and thinking about what your goals are. What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals with your business? Where do you want your business to be in the next 12 to 18 months to 24 months, so on and so forth? Having subcontractors, it does come with its own set of unique issues, right? And I'm not going to say that they're problems. These are just things that are unique. You're going to deal with things you're going to deal with things coming from subcontractors that you're not going to necessarily deal with coming from employees, and vice versa. So where are you? Where are your goals? I'll say this, for my company right now, we are subcontractor heavy, right? We do a lot of work with subcontractors. Once, probably around July, this is something that I've been kicking around a little bit, but probably around July, going to reevaluate a lot of things and probably start moving in the direction of bringing one or two more employees in, right? It's just a matter of, what things look like at that point, right? I have an overall vision for where I want the company to be, within the next 24 months. And I think that it's going to take some moving things around before I figure it out. But I'm not going to say that subcontractors are better, or I'm not going to say, W-4 employees are better. It's just a matter of what your goals are. For someone else, their goals, having a W-4 employee may be better for them, right? In this particular season in my business, having subcontractors has served us really, really well. But I just said that we're probably going to start looking at bringing in W-4 employees. It's just a matter of where you are, where you see your company, under a certain timeline that you have for your company. What are your goals? But those two places is where I go, and I don't venture too far away from those when it comes to getting subcontractors. So I hope that this information was useful. If you're about to start your company, or if you just started your company, you're looking for a little bit more information, or you're looking for some guidance, the links to all of my consultations will be in the first comment. Guys, that's it for today's video. Like I say, in the game of business, spectators are only going to watch. Hustlers get into the game so they can win. I'm always dropping jewels. Just make sure you're in position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.